All right, what's up, y'all? Sorry for the little weird background. It is what it is. I'm gonna get right into it. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. Excuse me. I know a lot of people are excited because we all heard the news that Big Meech he got released from inside the prison and now he's at a halfway house. And so a lot of people are categorizing this as Big Meech is free. But I'm gonna provide y'all with a little inside game, with having experience from working in the feds, to let you guys know he's not really free right now. I would say he's more like free-ish. When you see those t-shirts or the hats and I can't even talk, the jackets where it'll be like, Juneteenth celebration, and it'll have the date on there and it'll say like free-ish. Well, that's the situation that Big Meech is in right now. He is free-ish. Now, according to TMZ, they obtained legal documents, and they're saying that he has a 5-year supervised release, which is called probation in the feds. The state, they have parole. I don't know all the ins and outs of their parole, but in essence, Big Meech is going to serve out, I guess, the rest of his sentence or whatever he needs to satisfy at the halfway house. And once he satisfies that, then he's going to start serving his 5-year supervised release, probation. And the feds used to have probation. No, parole, but I think that stopped. I think before not 1994. I think it was 1984 was the last bunch of people that could fall under what's called the old law. So now, you have the probation, all that. But probation, let me tell y'all something. Probation is not an easy thing to get through. You know what I'm saying? It is not. It's difficult, but it can be very difficult depending on the stipulations that go into his situation. I don't know if they're going to put on that he has to go through random and frequent drug testing, or if he can't drink alcohol. I think part of the package, I can't say this 100%, but I think part of the package is hanging around known associates or people, that are gang members or unscrupulous individuals or whatever the legalese phrasing that they use. So it is extremely difficult to get through probation. I've talked to, I don't know how, just numerous inmates that have come in and out of the system, in and out of prison because they violated their probation. Now, you have some people that they just flat out bald-headed violate their probation. And then you have some people that, they violate their probation on purpose because they want to go back to prison, serve a few months, and then be done with the entire paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's the strategy. Now, I don't know what the criteria is for that. I don't know who that would benefit, but I do know that there are inmates that they may just violate to come back to end the supervised release. Now, in Big Meech's situation, right? Again, I'm a private citizen and I'm an idiot. But in his situation, it's really going to be very important for the people around him that if they really love him and they care about him, they're going to have to really be a strong support system. Because again, I don't know all of the legalese language in his agreement. I know some things are standard, but again, if I'm not mistaken, there are certain people that he just won't be able to hang around with and associate with. You know what I mean? And then if they put in there where he has to do, the frequent or random drug testing, or if he has to refrain from drinking alcohol, or if they require that he has to check in with the probation officer, quite often. There's so many variables. So I'm just here to let y'all know that, yeah, that's cool. You could be happy that Big Meech is home, but you have to understand that he's not free. He's just free-ish right now. And I want to say, I don't know if it actually materialized in court. And again, I can't speak on the way things go on parole for the state of California, but I know over the years, I've heard in different federal inmates talking about how they're trying to bring some kind of action in court to try to attack this supervised release stuff. Because let's say, for instance, right, let's say you robbed a bank, You didn't get any real enhancements or whatever. So let's say you did like 5 or 7 years or something, right? So you serve your sentence 5, 7 years. Now, when you get out of prison, you got to do another 5 or 7 years of supervised released. So in total, right, even though you did your sentence for 5 to 7 years or whatever, and now you got to do another 5 to 7 years on supervised release, it's almost like, I guess they're arguing that, I'm doing a complete sentence of, so and so and so and so. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really difficult. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, on its face, I know I'm sounding like, some legalese, but on its face, it seems like, okay, maybe they might have an argument, because it's like, look, if you said I'm getting 7 years for robbing this bank, then why are you adding more years after I get out to where I have to be on supervised release? And then if I don't follow that, then I got to go back in, possibly do more time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I know that has definitely been within the federal prisons. That has definitely been a hot button topic concerning supervised release. So we know that all eyes is going to be on Big Meech. We know that, even while he was doing his time, he was still a celebrity. People were still talking about him. And even when BMF came out, he was still popular in the streets. But when BMF came out, it kind of spread his brand or whatever worldwide. So then more people caught on to who he was and what he was about, things of that nature. So that's going to come with a lot. I'm sure, it was either he did 30 years or close to 30 years. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff that he wishes that he could do to make up for time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's all going to be based on the stipulations within the supervised release. Now, there are other former inmates that have gone through this, and they would know much better than I know in terms of what is the standard language that's already in versus the other things that are added on. You know what I'm saying? Because again, who knows? I just don't know. But I just definitely say just it's cool. It's cool to celebrate, but anything can happen. I'm telling you, if he misses one appointment, hold on. Let me back up. Now, here's the other thing. Now, this is what also makes it very, very interesting. And I know a lot of people can relate, justice involved people, whether it be you're on pro bowl. I can't even talk tonight. What is going on? So I know this can apply to people that are on parole, in the state or probation in the county, whatever it is. The success of you being able to complete your parole or probation, part of it does depend on the type of PO that you have or the type of PO that you're dealing with. Now, I'm just keeping it real, right? Because I got experience in probation as well. You know what I'm saying? I've worked as assistant probation officer, so I know a lot of this stuff. And so one of the things is you got to do your part, right? As a justice involved person, you got to do your part to try to stay out of prison or jail or whatever the case may be. However, that PO, they can make that transition easy or they can make it extremely hard because they could decide, hey, I don't like this dude and he got his own TV show on BMF and who does he think he is? And, he's probably got more money in his bank account than I do. Things like you just never know. So again, I'm not trying to absolve or alleviate, justice involved people from doing their part, right? You got to follow the law, follow the rules of whatever agreement that you have. But the other part that is huge that people may not know, it is the type of PO that you have. So there are so many variables that go into this situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wish them luck, but I definitely know it's going to be tough. That's all I can say. I can't go into too many details, but I kid you not, man. I can't even begin to quantify how many inmates that I've seen coming back in because they had parole violations. You know what I'm saying? And either it was they just smooth ball-headed, broke, their agreement and they violated just because of bad behavior. And then there's some situations where they violate because they want to, just go back, do a few more months or maybe do a year or something and then get rid of the rest of the paperwork. Or there's been times where, I can't confirm this, but, there's been inmates that have argued that, hey, man, my PO did me in this, that, and the other. And again, I can't confirm that or deny that. I don't have that information. But just remember, after watching this video, just try to keep in context that Big Meech, he is kind of free, right? He is free-ish, but he won't be totally free from being under the thumb of the government until he finishes that supervised release. So I don't want to go on this topic for too long. You guys get the gist of it. I know everybody and their mama is going to be watching him. I can't even imagine how much he might charge for his initial interview. And that's the other thing. There could be stipulations. Again, I don't know. You would have to talk to an actual formal federal inmate that knows a lot of the standard language that's in there, because I don't know and again, I'm not stating it as an authority. I don't know, but I'm just saying, I don't know if there's a provision in there that speaks on him not being able to, earn money concerning his past crimes or things of that nature. So it could be stipulations. I mean, it's just so many things that's involved with this. So I'm not going to get on here and try to act like an expert, because I'm not. And like I said, I'm just a private citizen that is an idiot. So until the next one, holla at your boy.